What's up? It's the Jane Train here, coming at you with another video. Today we're going to be going over some explosive push-up variations. But first, I've got a couple exercises to work on the stabilities of our shoulder so that when we are explosive, we're stable and controlled. Explosiveness without control is going to lead to injury, and we don't want that. So let's get into our first exercise. So for our first exercise, we're going to need a gym ball. Place the ball against the wall, and then with one arm, you're going to press it against the wall. From here, you're going to be doing clockwise and counterclockwise circles. Making sure to keep pressing against the wall, otherwise the ball will fall down. After you've done several sets of 5 each way, turn around to the side, and again, clockwise and counterclockwise circles. Again, if you don't press hard enough, the ball's going to fall. Now, face back to the wall. You're going to step a little bit back. You're going to bend to your hips, and you're going to be doing some overhead circles, clockwise and counterclockwise. This exercise is really good at helping to warm up some of the shoulder muscles and some of the muscles behind your shoulder that help with stability. Now let's get into the next exercise. Alright, so now that our shoulders are a little warm now, we can get into a series of exercises I call scapular presses. I call these because we get into a press-up position and then we just work our scapulas or the muscles around our scapula. So first, get into a nice push-up position. We dip our chest down and then we push and round our back. Dip and push. We try and keep our arms locked out straight and just move our back. Now, after that, we're going to go into some unilateral scapular presses. Get back into a position. This time, we open our legs up a little bit and we go into one arm. Our legs are open so that we have a little more stability when we press. From here, we push up into a pike or downward dog position and back. From a different angle on the other arm, for here, push up into a pike downward dog position, back up straight, our abs are tight. And then, now our last press, we start again in our push-up position, legs a little bit wide for stability, go back onto one arm, rotate down, and press back up. Rotate down, turn our head, press up. And do that on the other side. We're down, notice how I turn my head, look up, and then turn my head all the way back up, look at the ceiling. And there you have it. Those are my free scapular presses, which should help get your shoulders nice and warm, ready for the nice real workout here coming up. Alright, so before I go into any actual pressing exercises, I know it's going to be frustrating, but I'm going to first explain the reason why we're going to be doing these exercises. So anytime you do an explosive push or a punch, there is the initial explosion and then the lock of everything at the end. If you punch and your hands are soft at the end, it's not going to be a very hard punch. It's the same if you push someone. If you don't have a nice lockout at the end, you're not going to have a very strong push. This is useful in Judo if you're either breaking grips or trying to quickly create space, or in a wrestling similar situation, trying to break someone's hand off your wrist, or if you're trying to push them off the mat in freestyle or any other situation, and obviously MMA, karate, doing a punch. So we're going to be using the idea of doing a push jerk, but using that in a press-up situation. Our first exercise, we're going to get into our fists and place them on the ground here. I'm placing them in a parallel with my body because as I press, I'm going to be pushing out like this. So I get down and press. And notice how I jump off the air so that I can turn my arms and lock out. So come down slowly, press, rotate my fists, and lock out strong on the ground. I'm really trying to get a nice lockout. If you want, you can add some breathing techniques into this. Breathe in through your nose on the way down. And once you're down, do a quick breathe out through your mouth and catch at the top. Our next exercise is a similar jerk push-up, but now we're going to be going overhead. This time, it's easier to put your hands flat on the ground. We're going to get back down. We're going to push, explode, and then catch in a pike position. Similar to a push jerk where we press up and catch underneath and come up. We're going to press and catch overhead. Making sure to really lock out our shoulders and our elbows at the top. Now we're going to be doing just a slightly harder progression of those two explosive push jerk exercises. Again, we get into our press up position, but this time when we do our lockout, we're going to lock out on only one arm. So we get back, we get down, we push, and just lock out with one arm. Make sure you're nice and strong in the elbow and in the shoulder. A nice turn of the body, get as much distance from your opponent as you can. Down, explode up, catch with one arm. On the other side, you come down, explode up, catch with one arm. Whether breathing, and then we go and catch overhead in our pike position. We come down, explode up onto one arm. Come back down, go onto the other arm. Come back down. I would recommend, in terms of reps on these, to keep them low and maintain explosiveness. You want to be able to go as fast as you can and have a controlled lockout at the end. You don't want to be slipping, and I wouldn't recommend doing this to failure because we're trying to keep our fast twitch muscles working. Once we get too tired, we're not going to be as explosive and we're not going to be working our fast twitch muscles as well. Just to show you some of those exercises in a row, I'm going to just demonstrate them again. Start with our punch push-ups. Down, fists on the ground. Twist back. Twist back. And twist back. Now into our pike jerk push-ups. Make sure your hat doesn't fall off. Next, we're going to go into our unilateral jerk push-ups. And now into our unilateral pike jerk push-ups. And those are the main explosive push-ups, which I think will help a lot if you're working and you don't have any gym equipment, or even you do have some gym equipment. These are still a good way to train any pressing motions while also engaging your core, which is extremely useful if you are a grappler, because anything you're doing will have to use your core at the same time that you're using your limbs. And so training using your core and your limbs at the same time is going to be extremely beneficial for carryover to your sport. So that's going to be the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and thank you for making it to the end of the video. Well done, that's some good work there. I really hope that these exercises help you, and if they do, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you, and if you have any suggestions on how I can improve my videos, again, please just comment, and make sure to like the video and share with your friends or anyone you know. And thank you.